Let's try this again, shall we? Let's see. Hopefully we don't get restricted. Yeah, come on back in. Come back in, guys. Whoever was here earlier, come on back in. Does that make sense? Come on back in or come on. Oh, fuck it. I don't know what I'm saying. Still restricted. No, we're okay for now. I think the reason we were restricted earlier is because the camera was closed. So I need to keep it open for a little while. So you got to see my ugly mug for a bit. And then I'll close it. So hopefully we're not restricted. Oh, don't get restricted. It's a new thing from TikTok, unfortunately. It's a new thing. Yeah, you got to just play by the rules at the end of the day. If you want to play on TikTok, you got to play by the rules. And good evening, my brother. Hope it's good. Hope all is good. Yeah, that was a good convo, We're having a good convo about that. I don't know why. I'm feeling some sort of feeling that we've got a solution coming really soon.
You think so? I mean, it's about time, man. You can't just keep going on and on and on. My land, your land, my land, your land, my money, your money, my country, your country. It's just enough.
Yeah.
Grow up. Both of you. I'm Turkey now.
Yeah, you are. You are Turkey. Listen, if Turkey can be grown up, I'm sure we can be grown up as well. I'm just saying.
What are you trying to say? Are you complimenting or cussing?
I don't know, a bit of both. I'm just saying we both know Erdogan and Christodoulidis both don't want a solution. No, I'm not sure about that, man. I think it will benefit them with a solution. I know that we keep saying that Erdogan is enjoying what he's doing right now with Cyprus, but first of all, it's not going to be forever. Second of all, do we not think he's done now? He's had 30... How long has he been in power for, Jan, Erdogan?
Long time.
I mean, I think he's probably a trillionaire by now. I don't think he really gives a shit about
I don't think he gives a shit about money, yeah. I don't think that's...
I think it's about legacy now, Jan. I think it's about being the guy who solves the issue, gets Turkey into EU. He will go down as the latest Atatürk, right? Like he might be, he will be remembered forever for solving the Cyprus issue.
He already done a lot for the country, like whether you like him or not, but you have to be honest with yourself how he made Turkey forward. Yeah. He helped a lot. Like you said, I'm sure the money he had, like every politician all around the world, obviously they take money. Like that's what they do. I'm sure Keir Starmer took some money behind closed door. Like we've seen it all. The money he has already enough for his next 20 generation, for his family. And right now he doesn't care about money. He just cares about growth of the country.
Listen, at some point, it always goes beyond money. Once you've got all the money in the world, what's the last thing you want to do? He knows his time's coming up soon, right? He wants to leave a legacy. Now it's about legacy. It's about being remembered for doing good things or doing the right thing. So maybe it is a great time right now for Cyprus, for a solution. I think it's now or never. Because like you said, what happens if the next power who comes into Turkey and then comes into Cyprus is ultra right wing, and the solution not only doesn't get solved, but actually deteriorates? Could you imagine that one?
Yeah, exactly. You don't know who's going to be next. Like I said, it could be someone very right wing or left wing, and they both wouldn't want a solution in Cyprus because they both want the country to themselves. They will probably push for two-state, not even two-state. They will try to the enosis with Turkey for North Cyprus, and you will have no power over it. You will struggle a lot. Not power. You still will have some.
It will get worse. There won't be a horizon. We won't see the horizon anymore. It will be so far away from that.
Morning, my friends.
Morning, mate.
What do you mean morning, bro? Right?
Nighttime here, son.
Good morning, my Cypriot friend, and good morning, my Turkish friend.
How you doing, mate?
How are you?
Yeah, good. Yeah, good day.
I just want to mention what Theo said. He said something really nice.
What did Theo say?
Many have hated money, none have hated glory. Old Greek saying. I like it.
Theo, do you think our friend Erdogan is looking for glory now? I mean, he's getting old. It's about legacy. I don't know, Ender, what do you think? Do you think Erdogan is the kind of guy who wants to be remembered forever?
No, I don't actually.
Really?
No, I don't.
It's about the money.
Well, look, everyone steals money, yeah? The left, the right, whoever comes in power, they help themselves, yeah? So it doesn't matter. The next person's going to steal. The one day before him steal. So they all steal, yeah? But he's done a lot for that country. He really has. He's done a lot.
But what happens when you've got all the money in the world there, Ender? What do you do when you got all the money in the world?
Well, you get more and you steal more and more. And
no, I think there's a point where you'll stop and you'll say, okay, I've got all the money in the world now. Let me be remembered. Let me get a statue of myself, like Ataturk has, way after I'm long gone. Does that make sense? I mean, what is he, like 80 now?
See, the problem in Turkey is with the people who support Ataturk and Erdogan. Most of them who support Erdogan are all supporting the Ottoman Empire. The ones who support Ataturk, they don't like the history of the Ottoman Empire. That's why there's a clash in Turkey so much, and they're not united. Honestly, if that country was united, no one could stop Turkey. But the country is actually not united.
What do you mean? I thought Turkey would have. I mean, I thought Erdogan was doing a good job, man.
No, Erdogan, like in Turkey, 50%, 51, 52% support Erdogan. The other 49% support the opposition, yeah?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So they're not, yeah. And the opposition is all Ataturk. So
but what does that mean?
So it's divided.
So what does Ataturk mean? So what, like?
But opposition is more lefty.
People who support, the people who support Erdogan, they don't like Ataturk because Ataturk ended the Ottoman Empire, yeah, and became a republic, and they can't accept that. But the thing I don't understand,
I don't think the whole Erdogan supporters doesn't like Ataturk. I don't agree with that.
Oh, most of them, no, but the hardcore ones don't. Like the hardcore ones don't.
Yeah, there are people always like that. No matter what politician they support, they will always be there. But I don't agree that they all don't like Ataturk.
But Canan, like when Erdogan first came in power, they were very, very Islamic party, yeah?
Yeah.
Really bad. And in the last 13, 14 years, they've become more like a centre-right. Before that, they were very Islamic party.
Yes, I agree. That is a good observation. Yeah.
Yeah, they were, and they wanted to change Turkey into Saudi Arabia at the start. Then they realised that it's not going to work that way, and they're going to lose a lot of votes. When they did come in power, then they changed their way. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the hardcore supporters of Erdogan, they don't like Ataturk at all. No.
So how would you guys see if the left came into power? So let's say that 51% shifted over to the other side.
That'll be the end of Turkey's success.
Really?
I agree. Left is going to be kissing Europe ass. They're not going to move forward. They're corrupted. Because, Erdogan, like we said, he already made so much wealth for his 20 generation of his family. And the new power, he wants the same. Every country is the same. It's natural, human instinct. We are greedy. We all greedy. We all want money. Nobody will say no to money. Unfortunately, that will make Turkey go behind. We're not going to go forward. And lefties are more puts their head down, bows to West, and look, I want to be friends with you. I want to follow you. Like, it's like...
Why is that a bad thing, though?
Well, because you're not who you are. Be who you are. Whether people like you or not, it doesn't matter.
Wouldn't it benefit if you guys got into Europe, made more friends, solved the Cyprus issue, just became friends with
Why
Greece?
give up the power, though? You are already
You still have the power. No one can take Turkey on. Let's be really honest right now,
Yes,
Turkey's
because of Erdogan, the power is created.
Greece be friends with us, but my friend.
Sorry?
How come Greece doesn't want to be friends with us? Turkey doesn't have a problem with Greece. Greece has got a problem with Turkey.
Greece, let's be honest, can't take on Turkey by itself, right? It does have a problem with it, but I think what Greece is doing, it's playing politics, man. It's playing politics. We can't. If you get, have you heard the saying? You give someone an inch. You give someone an inch, they take a mile.
They're playing a very dangerous game, but they're playing a very dangerous game because.
Why? Why are they playing dangerous?
Because when the West psychs them up to attack Turkey, and then when Turkey does start attacking Greece, all those countries who back Greece, they're all going to disappear. It's only going to be Greece and Turkey head to head. That's what's going to happen.
Well, we're treating the situation We're treating the situation and like it's a live situation, and we're both ready, standing on the borders and ready to fight. That's never going to happen. No one would allow that to happen. Europe won't let it. NATO won't let it. It's never going to get to that face-off, man. Even if we talk about it, we could talk about it for years, like we have been for the last 50 years, mate. No, what has happened in the last 50 years between? What's happened in the last 100 years between Greece and Turkey?
Yeah, but the world's changed now. The world's changed. So just say there's a little incident on the Aegean Sea, yeah? Just say there's a little incident where a Turkish ship gets fired at or a Greece ship gets fired at. What do you think's going to happen?
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't think there's going to be all-out war. No way. No chance.
Yeah.
No chance. It won't be an all-out war. Oh, this floorball.
I believe if Greece keeps up doing what they're doing with Israel and all these other countries and that, I reckon they're going to lose those islands very soon.
I think there'll be an intervention with NATO and Europe. There'd be a deal and nothing will happen. There is no way two neighboring countries in 2026 are going to go to war. In Europe and in NATO. Right? Middle East is different. Yeah, we've seen it. We've seen it happen in Iran, Afghanistan, Iraq. These are completely different regions, different setup, nothing to lose, right? Europe at the moment cannot afford a war within itself. And neither can NATO. If America's planning to destroy or leave NATO, maybe Europe needs Turkey more than ever right now.
100%. 100% they do. And Turkey needs Europe as well.
That's what I mean. There could be mutual benefit for everyone, and that, my friend, is how you make a good deal now. If everybody wins something.
See, let me tell you this as well, yeah. In Greece, politics is about Turkey, yeah, like to hate Turkey to get votes. In Turkey, it's not like that, but they don't benefit from, in Turkish politics, I'm talking about the people who vote, there's no gain from bagging the Greeks or hating the Greeks to get votes. But in Greece, it's the right opposite. Like both parties bag Turkey that much just to get votes. I don't reckon they really believe what they say.
I don't know, mate. I mean, I kind of hope, part of me hopes that Erdogan actually stays long enough to sort out the Cyprus issue, pushes things forward and joins Europe. After that, whatever happens, happens, you know?
I don't reckon Cyprus will be ever united, mate. I hope they do.
Did you read the news? There was a news article today. No. That's why I did it live. There was a meeting with the UN Secretary General Guterres. He was meeting with Erdogan recently, and he's come back to Cyprus with a different tune. And our president on the south is sounding a bit more optimistic. So we don't know what was discussed. Obviously, it must have been something quite positive if they're talking about a plan for a solution. So, you know, hopefully in the coming days, I think we'll find out more information about it. So I think that's something that's kind of changed recently that could support a solution. And I don't know if you heard me earlier. I said it could go either one of two ways. It could either be that Turkey will force a solution and say, just get the deal done, or it would just back off and let us deal with it, and then be a bit more lenient with the negotiations. You know, maybe it will reduce its troops to 1,000. Maybe it will just say, you know what, just get the deal done wherever it takes.
Okay, let me ask you this then. What would be a fair solution in Cyprus as you're a Cypriot, yeah? A Greek Cypriot. What do you think would be a fair solution?
What I think and what will happen is two different things. I think a fair solution would be a united Cyprus, right? There's no borders, there's no states, it's just one country. We will have a identity as Cypriot, like you would as a Turk. And there'd be 3 official languages. There'd be Greek, Turkish, and English. They'd be taught in schools, all 3 languages. Okay. They'd be on every passport, or they already are on every passport. Yep. They'd be on every sign. And then that's it. We live as equal people.
So,
right?
So who's going to run the country then?
A Cypriot person.
Who would run the country? The Greeks?
A Greek or a Turkish Cypriot. As long as they've got a Cypriot heritage, as long as they've got Cyprus as a what should we call it? Like as their priority, right? As long as they're not affiliated with Greece, Turkey, or England, then yeah, it could be anyone.
I'm with John on bro. Can't accept that. Can't accept that, bro.
You won't accept what?
Why did you say Greek, Turkish, and English. Why you put it in that order?
Oh wow! I gotta be careful with the details. That's a good point. You know, that's a good point.
That's
the pecking order. You get me? That's the pecking order.
We can't have that.
Yeah.
I'm joking. How's everyone?
Yeah, bro, we're good. Got another restriction.
I don't think it'll work. I don't think it'll work.
Shine, how are you?
Why do you not think?
Yeah, my blessing, nasılsın?
İyiyim canım, sağ ol.
Sorry, guys, I gotta go back on time because I got restriction. Why do you not think it'll work, man?
I reckon the only solution is a two-state solution because if they did unite, I reckon the Greek side will swallow the Turkish side up.
The Greek side. There won't be a side though if it wasn't unification.
No, but there will be, but
One island.
100% there will. What happens? All right, then. What happens when the Cyprian Greeks start bagging the Turks in politics, and how about the Turkish people, part of the parliament? What are they going to do?
Nothing. They would get together, decide what's best for the country as Cypriots, and they would.
Do you think, as a Cypriot, you will have a chance to get rid of British troops?
You're talking to me.
Yeah.
Again, now is the best time. Absolutely.
So, do you think it will happen?
Never.
Britain will give its sovereignty and say, "Okay, fine, I'm leaving.
You know that's
you win." Huh?
You got a better chance of almost becoming Israeli.
Brits will not do that. Let's be honest with ourselves and let's be realistic.
What are the Brits doing in Cyprus anyway? Let's unwrap it quickly. What do the Brits want with Cyprus at the moment?
They just want the land so they can just go shoot other countries.
I don't know how you don't see the world. I see it the way I think. I perceive the world.
I mean, that's the problem.
Way...
We all see the world now. This is what I'm trying to say. Maybe 50 years ago,
I'm saying,
Cyprus was undercover inside. England was undercover in the UK. England was undercover in Cyprus, right? They could do what they want. Now we see what England's doing. You know, even the Cypriots are understanding.
I'm saying the way I look at the world now is the way I think. So
I can't hear you.
Hear me now?
A little bit better.
What about now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm just come back from the gym, so I'm just walking to. It's a bit noisy. I'm saying the way I see the world is the way I think that these people in power see the world, or the way that they perceive it. At least I don't think that any one land is. It's like saying, you know, your one square on the chessboard is yours. I don't think that's a very clever way of thinking about these governments. I think that they see the whole world as a chessboard, right? And they make their moves strategically accordingly for their own interests. So it benefits them to have a so-called chess piece in that part of the world, so they can maneuver. You understand? The way I don't think about it like from a very isolated or solitary space.
Struggling to hear you, but I think I got most of that, to be honest, Shane. There's a lot of background noise on you, where you are. I hear the cars.
What did you hear?
You said that these people would be stupid not to see the world as a chessboard and have chess pieces in the region in the UK, in Cyprus.
Yeah, just in general around the world. Like, I think that they need their so-called proverbial chess pieces around the world, and Cyprus is one of them. I don't see why they would give up their pawn or their piece in that region. Like they got a strong position there. Like, why would they give it up? For what? What are you going to offer them? What you got that they need, right? That's what's going to give them.
Sorry, man, you're breaking up. Breaking up, man, breaking up. I didn't hear the last 10 seconds.
He's saying why they would give up their land.
Salam alaikum. Alaikum salam.
Alaikum salam.
What did
I
say,
agree
Jan?
with
I didn't
Shane.
hear
Why
it. I
would
didn't hear
Britain
it.
give up their land for what? Why should they do that?
Because it's
That
not their
gives them
land, Jan.
power.
It's not their land. I get that
I
it's.
know,
I
but it's
get that
about
it's.
power.
I get it. I get that they own the
It
land
is their
and it's
land. They
their
own it.
territory, but it's on an
Yeah.
island that is Cypriot, man. I
Yes.
understand we made a deal. I know that we had to sign it so we can get our freedom and we can get the Brits out or whatever, but that was 50 years ago. And like we've said before, we done that deal under duress. You know, we
Yeah,
didn't
but
have an option. We had to.
unfortunately, the Middle East will always be mixed. There will always be some kind of war in the Middle East. The oil, the greed from other countries, everything. It's just
Do you
never.
think so? Do you think so?
Iran is not gonna give up its sovereignty to West. Iran will always be there.
I feel like
on their own.
they've milked the Middle East. I don't know what you guys think, but I think there's nothing really left. There's nothing really left there, is
You
there?
know what I reckon? I reckon Northern Cyprus should become Turkey's 83rd state and just join Turkey. Full stop.
That sounds more wishful than what I wanted, mate.
And I don't think that will
I'm just
be
trying to.
possible.
That's impossible.
And I'm just trying to stir some
Not impossible.
trouble here.
No, be honest. Everyone can be honest on this panel, man. No one's gonna judge you, man. Everyone's got different view, you know.
No. I'm only tongue in cheek. Yeah. I want Cyprus to be united, mate. I want those two people, those two sides, the Greeks and the Turks, to live as
And I
brothers and
don't believe
sisters.
you.
And
For some reason, I don't believe you, mate.
Yeah.
no, I'm just trying to be
What side are
nice.
you on?
You want to state, and I know you.
Yeah, we've got a two-stayer up here from
100%
Australia.
I do. I want two-state solution.
There you go.
I do. Because
how
I'll
would that-
never forget. I will never forget what they did to our Turkish brothers and sisters. Yeah,
Yes.
I'll never forget that.
Of course.
Because they actually slaughtered us.
But you know, Ender,
They really did.
they did that to Turkish Cypriots, and they had a lot worse. Like things happened to them as well. The same.
Yeah, you did, but who started it, but
It doesn't matter
They
who
did.
just started. But when someone life matters,
it does matter. Whoever threw that first stone, like, yeah. So
but Ender, think of it. You're a Greek Cypriot. Yeah, put yourself in their shoe, and you lose your family
I
members
can't. I
in the
can't.
war. You
But
lose your
it's
house.
impossible.
But imagine
I
you pay back
understand,
from
but-
your uncle made it, but you lost your father, but your father was not even involved in it.
Yeah, but wasn't that priest first trying to get all the Turks out of the island and giving them passports and stuff like that? He was, wasn't he?
That's a touchy subject, Ender, because no one really forced it. If I offer you a passport, you have the option to accept it or decline it, right?
Yeah, but like,
I know
yeah,
that
but I
there was
understand, but
pressure, but a
behind
lot
that,
of you need to remember in the 1960s in Cyprus, most of us were poor. Most of us were farmers. Most of us didn't have any opportunity. We were under oppression. I wouldn't say oppression, but we were under the Brits. Yeah. Before that, we were under the Ottomans. Before that, we were under the Venetians. You know, Cyprus never had an opportunity to do anything. You need to understand, if you offered even a Greek Cypriot a passport, an opportunity to Australia to go make some money, people would take it. Some people wanted to take it.
yeah, I think something else was behind that. I think they wanted to
I
get
get
rid
the
of
intention
Turks.
is wrong. The intention is wrong. They shouldn't have offered it to get rid of them. I get that. But it is also
But they
optional.
did, but yeah, but they did, but and why should a priest run that country anyway? Like, I don't get it. Like, you know what I mean?
No, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was racist. He's the one who caused all the problems. So Turkey had to step in.
Magarios.
They had to. They had no solution.
I think
Or else
Magarios
the Turks
was a
would have been
pawn.
like,
He was a bit of a pawn, I'll be honest with you. I don't think he knows what he wanted. This is just my opinion.
I think he
Yeah.
got played by Greece as well and
Yes,
Junta,
exactly.
and they were trying to get rid of him. They were trying. His life was under threat, so he had to go UK and he had to step down. Like he. Let's be honest. People who's into religion, like I would say, like priests, they're not the best person for to run the country as a politician, because you shouldn't be. You hit there in the church to tell people, like teach people love, teach people, you know, to be nice. That's what the whole point of every religion. So when you politicians always grey area.
Yeah, politicians need to make difficult decisions that shouldn't interfere with beliefs.
Yes.
And, religious laws, I guess.
Yeah.
But just what you were saying, Endo, about Magarios, I think he didn't really have many options. I think he was forced into situations. He reacted. He didn't act, he reacted. And then in the end, I think he regretted a lot. As we all know, he called for Turkey to help because he knew that he was going to have problems. He obviously had regrets at the end. He obviously got unalived. He died, but let's say there's conspiracies, right? There's conspiracies. He was in the wrong place at the wrong time. So...
But that's how everything started, yeah? That's how the Turks came on the island. If all that didn't happen, the Turks wouldn't have came there.
Oh, hold on. I think I might have got something wrong. George, can you correct me what I got wrong there? George Jason. I like to get the facts straight, but at the same time, who really knows the truth? There's so many versions of the truth, There's your side, there's my side, and there's the truth.
Right, hello guys.
Go on, George. Tell me which part I got wrong.
Yeah, so George.
Καλησπέρα.
İyi akşamlar Canan. So I'm not sure, but you said that Makarios invited metaphorically Turks in Cyprus. That's what I said. That's why I wrote.
Yes. Not he invited the Turks in Cyprus, but he asked for help against the Greeks.
No,
he didn't.
So
okay. Tell me.
No, so first of all, if we go to the speech at New York, UN New York, in the night of 19th of July, he asked the Security Council the countries of the Security Council to help, not the guaranteeing powers. This is something I hear very often, but this is untrue.
Okay,
he asked the Security Council. I also have a video. I found it a few weeks ago. I can send it to you. There is a press conference in UK in 17th, 18th of July, when the reporters are asking him, do you want somebody else to interfere? And then they are very specific. Do you want Turkey to interfere? And he says, I will send you this as a personal message to you. No, because this will make things more complex. This was his answer. He never called Turkey to interfere. He never.
So in the situation when he was obviously fearing for his life, that's true, yeah? He was, towards the end, he was in fear because the Hunda was coming for him, yeah? They were supposed to overthrow him. Who was he calling for help, and who could have helped him in this situation? Which country?
After 16th of July, he has no fear for his life because he left Cyprus. He went to Malta, UK, and New York. The only way to everybody knew that the Turkey will come. It was so obvious. So the only thing Makarios could do is to call somebody else to help. Who would call? Security Council, because this happened again in 64, not the Security Council, USA.
Who was in the Security Council, George? Sorry to interrupt you. Who was in the council? Because I'm not sure.
There is I think it is Article 7, I'm not sure the number, that like
well,
Iraq,
George, you Jewish, bro?
I'm Greek Cypriot, Tom.
Okay, apologies, carry on.
I think Chapter 7, when a Security Council has is the only, how can I say this, ο θεσμός Sophocles, the only, tell me?
Were you trying to say authority?
Okay, the only authority that has the legal right to make a military act, to have military action, like when they went to Iraq, for example. I mean, in the Gulf War, Anyway, he appealed. I think I found I remember the word now. I appeal Security Council to stop this situation. He said, not the guarantees powers, the Security Council, either by acting by individual. I mean, USA. Also, there was a call to Soviet Union to stop this.
I understand that, George, but don't you think
to prevent this? But Security Council can. It was the last card he had in his sleeve.
But don't you think there's an argument though for these guarantors? What was their job? What was why did we have guarantors?
It's very simple, and this is a misunderstanding also.
Yeah,
because I hear many times Turkey had the right to come. I will say my personal opinion. The English passage document in Constitution in English language, it says that guarantor powers can take action. These are the two words: take action. That doesn't necessarily mean military action, because military action is forbidden unless, as I said before, there is a decision from Security Council. But I will say this also: I would accept if a guarantor power, Turkey, for example, could come and do what has to do a guarantor power. It's very specific what a guarantor power could do. Three things.
What was it?
Three things. Yeah. Protect independence, protect territorial integrity, protect constitution.
Yeah.
And I am wondering, whoever says Turkey came here legally, which one of these three Turkey did? The constitution, the territorial integrity, or the independence? I don't see the things from the one side. Yes, it was a hard period. I said it many times for Turkish Cypriots, especially for Turkish Cypriots between 64 and 74. But I can also hear that Turkey came here and brought peace, because in 1974, 5,000 people were unalived. 5,000 people. And the north part of Cyprus was wiped out from every Greek Cypriot element. 20,000 people were enclaved there, and now there are 500. But I don't want to talk about the past, because we will go on and on and on. I just interfered because, not from you, Sophocles, and I heard a few minutes before I joined some things that I believe they were not very accurate.
Well, that's fine, man. I appreciate you telling me, because like I said like 5 minutes ago, do we really know the truth? Do we really know what was agreed? Because we've also seen that there was a line that was designed in the 50s, right? We also know that this was a plan before 74. So there is so many different moving parts to this situation. How do we know what we've been told is correct? We can only judge by the actions. And unfortunately, Turkey took an action, for better or worse, to divide the island. Right? It doesn't matter what the reason was. Fine, let's agree that they came to divide because they wanted to save the Turkish Cypriots. Let's just, put that situation on the line, right? But you still divided the island. You haven't restored it. You haven't tried to solve it. You've divided it. So yeah, I kind of agree with you. The situation that the Turks put themselves in was bad for them, and it was bad for us. So,
yes,
but how do you expect? What would have happened? What was the right thing to do? Because you got like a lot of Turkish Cypriots, for their safety, they moved to north side of the island. And let's say I am Turkey and I went in a war with you. How do I step back and restore safety for both communities
What I would have wanted to
after what
see
I've
from
done
Turkey,
to
I
Greek
can tell you,
Cypriots.
if I was
Ja-
alive in 74, what I would have wanted to see from Turkey is to be the bigger person, right? To intervene, right? Intervene, fix us because we're fighting with each other like little children. Yeah, we were fighting. Fix the problem and then leave. You know,
Okay,
that's
but
what I would
leave to
expect.
all the Turkish Cypriots in the north. I go back home. Then what happens to them? How'd I trust you're not gonna carry on doing what you did to them after I went to war with you and you lost a lot of your people? How do I know you're not gonna
Sorry, I need to open the camera again.
get rid of the rest of the Turkish Cypriots? How do I know that?
Janan, I totally agree with you. I said it also many times. These 2-3 months I am coming to lives that I would be the biggest fan, the biggest admirer of Turkish policies if they came here and said you did a mess, and we am a guarantor power for the Constitution of 1960. So I will stay here, but will go back to the Constitution of 1960. And if this could be without all that unaliving people, it would be best. But it was a war with casualties. But I remain to the fact that if they came here and said, I'm a guarantor power of 1960, I would say this is okay for me, personally for me. But it's not this is the case. A second invasion happened a few weeks later. And after that, I think it wasn't the purpose, the goal was not the 1960 constitution. For my perspective,
What would you do if you were Turkey? Let's say you're Turkey, George, and let's say you're Turkish.
Janan,
What would you do in that situation?
I'm in guarantor power of 1960 constitution. I would do this. I would remain here, but I would say, let's go back to 1960 constitution.
They did say that. You didn't accept it. And
when did?
You
When?
hijacked the constitution anyway in 64.
Okay.
And you've been running it for 10 years.
According to 186 UN resolution in 3 of March 1964.
186 resolution, they accepted you, rightly or wrongly, as a Republic representative. Okay? That doesn't mean that you own it. You're acting like you own it. Turkey come in. If you look at what Turkey said, what Ecevit said, we're not there to fight Greek Cypriots. If they don't fire at us, we won't fire at them. And that 5,000 people you mentioned, it wasn't just Turkey. Your EOKA supporters killed most of them as well.
This is the real number of the Greek Cypriot casualties.
And what's the casualties from the Greeks to Greek?
In the coup.
That doesn't matter, does it? You just one-sided for you.
Ken, we are talking something else now. Do you want to go to numbers? We will not disagree with numbers.
You just pick what it suits your narrative and just say, telling the whole story.
No. Right? Okay, this is your perspective. We always disagree.
Okay.
This is my information. I will say them. If you don't agree, don't agree.
It's my information as well. I'll say it as exactly how I see it as well.
Tell them. Nobody is saying not to tell them. According to UN Resolution 186, the Republic of Cyprus is still on. There is a legal Republic of Cyprus continuing from 1960.
It's out of necessity, and it says that it's not sustainable. Okay, you grab that one, you're running with it. If you saw into restoring 1960 constitution, why you don't accept Turkish Cypriots as their sovereign people of Cyprus? Why you have to be a minority? You're not telling the whole story. You're always half story. That suits your narrative.
Okay, tell me specific what do you mean? Do you mean what
You don't
happened
understand
in
what I'm
19...
saying.
Just
It's
a
pointless
minute,
talking
Ken.
to me.
You are saying what happened in 1963? The 13 amendments Magarios asked? You are talking about bloody
You
Christmas?
you don't want to go back. I don't want to
Okay,
go back.
okay. So what do you want
You're
to
talking
talk?
about Turkey. Turkey's got right to intervene. Ejevit said, if you've done your
What was...
research, you've done it one-sided research. It doesn't work. You need to look at the whole picture. He said, we're going into Ireland to stop fighting, right? And they come to Ireland. He said, if they don't fire at us, we won't fire at them.
And they did so.
Can I just
And
say
they did so, Ken. You
before you
mean the
came up,
ships came? Just
We
a
were
minute. So
fighting tooth
you
and
mean the
nail.
ships came, the aircrafts came, the parachuters came, and
Yes.
they didn't shoot a single bullet, but we did.
You should stop. You
Ken,
didn't stop.
before you came up, I think me and George kind of agreed that it was fine for Turkey to intervene, right? Because they're a guarantor.
Yeah, but
What
Turkey-
we're struggling with, Ken, is why did they divide? This is the question I want to
They did
understand.
divide because you Makarios, he thought he was a big statesman and he didn't accept nothing. Greek Cypriots hijacked the government. Even today, they're acting like they own Republic of Cyprus, which they don't. You don't
Just
see
a
one
minute,
Greek
Ken.
Cypriot person saying that, well, the Republic of Cyprus is to community. You don't. You always say, we recognize you're not. That's what you say. You don't
Okay,
even
Ken,
listen to what you say yourself.
ROC, is it or isn't a sovereign state recognized by the whole world, by
You
UN,
see? And
by
where's the Turkish Cypriots
European
in this?
Union?
Republic of Cyprus has got 30% Turkish representative. If you like so much of that, why you don't include the Turkish Cypriots in it?
Sorry, James. Are you sleeping? James, it sounds like you're snoring, man. I don't know if you're doing that. You're probably doing that as a joke, but I'll let you wake up and you come back on. Yeah, go on, Ken. Come on.
Anyway, well,
It's always you're a sovereign. Greek Cypriots got Republic of Cyprus. Where's the Turkish Cypriot in this? Why are we left out?
I just want to ask something. Do any of you believe that the island was divided before Turkish military intervention because of the enclaves and the Green Line existing beforehand?
Yeah,
the first line was on December, Jan Hus, of 1963. And even before, in 1958, there was a division of Nicosia after the violence between the two communities.
63, they divided.
And 58, there was a kind of division of Nicosia, I said, after
there
the
has
conference.
always been a division everywhere, even the villages.
Okay,
the barbed wire gone up in 1963 in Nicosia.
And in
Only in
1958,
Nicosia.
it is not so important, but it also happened in a small scale in 1958. Of course, the bigger scale was in 63 and then later in 74. What I am saying to conclude is that, of course, Turkish Cypriots have the right to be a part of this government. But according to Constitution, this is not what we are seeking now. Turkish Cypriots, for example, do accept the Constitution of 1960. I would be very happy if they did so.
You destroyed it,
Initially,
Okay.
they were happy to live as under one republic. It's only when the intercommunal violence took place when everything started going haywire. But prior to that, people were living under one republic, even if it was for a short period. I mean, they were happy. This is what they wanted.
The people.
But, I mean, I remember last time I came on the live, George. You when I mentioned Elka, and you sort of broke it down for me in terms of Elka A and Elka B. And I think you mentioned briefly that you would have liked to seen Turkish Cypriots partake in Elka A. But my question to you is, would you partake in a movement advocating for Taksim as a Greek Cypriot?
Jan has, sorry, English is not my first language. I didn't understand your question. There are 2-3 words I didn't understand.
I think I know where Jan is going with this. Jan is trying to say, George, that in the Elga A, our goal was to unite with Greece, right? It was to disconnect from the Brits and unite with Greece.
Yes.
I think she's asking, do we expect the Turkish Cypriots to want to unite with Greece? Is that what you're asking, Jan, or am I?
Correct.
Okay.
And also, to make him understand from the Turkish Cypriot perspective, would he join a movement advocating for Taksim, union with Turkey, for example?
Okay, so if it was the other way around, yeah?
Of course, precisely.
Jan has, I am always honest. This is what I think, at least. Since there was a struggle for Enosis, for me, this was a problem for the island. I understand that the Turkish Cypriot wouldn't feel very nice if there was a struggle in the island for Enosis. On the other hand, I say we are talking about the 1950s. So I am talking about my grandparents, and they were told that we will have a referendum, we have to have freedom. I think in their mind, Enosis was identical to freedom. It's not 2026 and they have internet and books and education and could be told we have to choose 2 states. We have Turkish Cypriots compatriots, federation, confederation, independent state, union. So Cypriots never governed, never ruled their island. We have to go thousands years before. They were always under an authority, under an empire. So since the majority of the population were Greek, I believe, this is my, perhaps this is hypothetical, but I believe if my grandfather was asked in 1920, 1930, let's throw the colonials out of Cyprus, the British colony, they wouldn't think which alternatives we have. For them, it was identical, for me, and for them, for me, I mean, their way of thinking, that's what I say, it was identical, liberation and union. But yes, I can understand the Turkish Cypriots that this would not let them feel very nice. And perhaps I understand their reaction. Not the unaliving people, but I can understand that they had to react to this struggle. I can understand this.
Regardless what you say, the island was under British rule, and they gave us our freedom in 1960. We signed a deal, constitution, in 1960. You should have honored it, as well as the Turkish Cypriot. You didn't. As simple as that. And by the way, John, Taksims mean separation, not joining the Turkey.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yes, Taksim is division. But I read many books about the recent Cyprus history. And I don't know that I know everything or I know them right, but I will say what I know. After 1960, I said it many times also, this new state had no future because either rightfully or not, wrongfully or not.
Hold on a minute. You sign a deal 1960. Within 3 years, you change your mind.
Let me finish, Ken. After 1960, I believe this state had no future because either rightfully or not, Greek Cypriots felt that they were the majority that fought the colonials, and I believe in their mind they still wanted Enosis, union with Greece, and I believe Turkish Cypriots wanted division. This was a bomb that would explode in a few years.
I disagree. I don't think the vast majority of Turkish Cypriots wanted division. I think they were happy to live side by side.
I didn't say the majority of the Turkish Cypriots. I didn't say. But TMT had a different perspective.
But TMT
George.
came into existence because of ELKA. ELKA was founded in 1955, is that correct? And TMT was founded in 1958. So it was a retaliation.
57, I think.
I think it might help. It might help, Jan and George. It might help if we try to, because we don't really talk about this actually. Why did we want Enosis with Greece? What was it for? Why did we want it so much? Is it because of protection, or did we feel unsafe because we thought the Brits might, regain control? What was the situation? Because
I think it was the type of rhetoric some Greek Cypriots were exposed to by mainland Greeks. That's my honest opinion. I mean, when you look at Nikos Samson and Grivas, where were they schooled?
So you think it was a manipulation?
I believe so.
We didn't passionately want to be with Greece, but we were. I don't know, George. What do you think? Why were the Cypriots so fixed on being with Greece? What was the situation?
Instead of being an individual island.
I said it a few minutes ago that
our own destiny.
The word Cypriot didn't
no, they didn't
exist.
want. What about the ones that did want Enosis? What was the
majority did?
What were we going to
The
gain from
majority.
this?
Yes, we're talking about majority. Majority did, otherwise it wouldn't happen.
All right, for the sake of argument, let's call it 50-50. Why did 50% of the population? Why did they feel?
No. Much more. They. So
just for the sake of argument, George, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Just 50%. Call it.
I said it before. I think I have to say it again. The people here felt Greeks. That's why. If you asked the Greek Cypriots here 100 years ago, they wouldn't say, I'm a Greek Cypriot. They would say, I'm a Greek, I'm a Christian, I'm a Greek. And I believe, I'm not sure, the same happened in the other community. So it was a natural process, a natural way of time, a natural passing. If we throw out the British colonial force, I believe, this is what I believe. I believe that in their mind, that it was Enosis, just Enosis, because we were Greeks. This is how I see it.
So then it goes back to the Turks. Do you guys blame us for wanting to be with Greece because we felt Greek? Not now. 50 years ago, 60 years ago. Would you blame us for wanting to be with Greece because we felt Greek, though? I mean, I'm not saying it's a good thing, obviously.
Yeah, we do, because EOKA is supposed to be independent. You guys are arguing, you're arguing either way. You're saying EOKA was fighting for independence, and then
no, I didn't say that.
Whenever it says you're saying we're fighting for Enosis.
Nobody said.
We say they fight for Enosis. You say they fight for independence.
I never said. Nobody will say. Nobody will say that.
What did EOKA was fighting in your opinion, George?
What?
What was EOKA?
Would you say that EOKA B was born out of EOKA A? Would anyone argue that point?
It's the same thing, Jan. It's the same thing.
I want to say it's similar people, but I wouldn't say it was the same goal. No,
similar people, same people. So be honest. Similar people. Who was the leader?
The leader was Grivas.
Zakarios, Grivas, and EOKA B, same people.
Okay. Jan has.
You know Nikos Samson. You are aware of his 1981 speech, right? 1981 speech. Look it up.
No,
there's information.
Would you be able to tell us, Jan? Because I don't know it.
Yes, I don't know. Tell us, Jan.
I don't know. I mean, if I actually quote what he said, you might get a violation on TikTok.
I'm already violated. I've already restricted.
Try not to. Try pick the right word.
Well, I mean, the information.
Speak freely.
Yeah, the information's there. You can look it up. But in 1981, he made a speech, and I'm quoting him. He basically said, and funny enough, he didn't even use the word invasion. He used the word intervene. But anyway, what he said was, had Turkey not intervened, I would have not only proclaimed enosis, I would have annihilated the Turks on the island as well. I'm quoting him. These were his words.
Okay, Jan Kazak will look it up.
These were his words.
Okay, I promise I will look it up. But I saw...
There's a photograph of him in Kaymaklı, Büyük Kaymaklı, the Greek side. He was walking around with the Turkish flag, saying, "I'm Turkish," with a gun in his hand, shooting Turkish people.
In 1964?
Yes, 63.
Okay.
It's a big photo. It's documented.
Oh yeah, I know the photo. Jan Kaz, I saw an interview, not an interview, a press conference of Samson. That those days, 20th, 21st of July, 15th, 16th of July, 1-2 days after the coup, and he was saying that we will continue with the Turkish Cypriots, the negotiations we are doing to find a solution.
No.
So, though he was a pro-Enosis person, he said this was something paradox.
When did he say that?
When he was in power.
But then why would he go into...
He come on the TV 4 days later.
Why would he then go on to say something so horrendous later on in 1981?
No, Jan, that's not the truth. The truth is 4 days later, just before Turkey intervene, he come on the TV, we were watching it live, and he says, I'm the president, new president of Cyprus. And everyone was listening. Everyone said, well, I said, we're dead, as good as dead, unless Turkey intervene. And a day later, Turkey intervened. Right? He didn't say we're going to talk to Turkish people with Cypriot. I don't think that guy's seen a live Turkish Cypriot.
The specific words, I can't say them. I don't know the specific English words. It was enισχυμένες ενδοκοινοτικές συνομιλίες. This means reinforcements, inter-Cypriot negotiations. This is what he said, because these negotiations were on progress for 8-10 years between Denktash and Gliridis. And a few months or a year before 1974, there was a kind of agreement between Turkish Cypriots and Greek Cypriots. They were very close to a solution so that the enclaving of Turkish Cypriots would stop. But then
I never heard of that. We were squeezed into 3% of the island. We were so small. What solution Gliridis is going to give to the Denktash? That's impossible.
Ken, do you let me, if I find that videos, to send them to you?
You can send any video you want, but I never heard of that. We were fighting for our life. Denktash asked just to give us the Karpaz Peninsula because that was the way out. They said no.
You mean the accession plan?
I don't know what plan is.
The American plan.
No, well before that. I'm talking about 65, 66.
Yes, this was the accession plan. It was an American negotiator, I don't know, accession plan we call it. When there was a base, it would be a base rented for 100 years and then give it back to the state of Cyprus. This is the plan you are saying about?
No,
or not?
No, it's different.
I don't know that plan you are saying then.
Next time I'll do a bit of research on it because it's too many years. There's a guy called Osman Örek. I don't know if anyone heard of him. He was, Dr. Küçük was first, second one was Denktash, and third one was Osman Örek. Right? And he was one of the minister in the Republic of Cyprus government. And he was living 2 doors away from us.
Okay.
What it sounds like is we were all victim of the circumstance.
I think we're all victim of Makarios. You need to be
Makarios.
realistic. Yes, I think he thought he was a big statement. He thought he was the I don't know. He tried to play politics with everyone's lives in Cyprus. He could have solved Cyprus problem out 100 times over, anytime he wanted it. He was like a king in Cyprus. Nothing would move without him saying so.
Ken, Makarios had pressures from every aspect. There go after 67, especially after 67, the army here was infiltrated by Greek junta military officers. The regime, the government of Greece was a hostile government. So there were the problems with Turkish Cypriots and Turkey. So he had many fronts, many aspects to confront. The people was with Makarios, but the power was not. The big power here was the army. And junta from Greece could manipulate the Greek Cypriot army. There were many tries to analyze him. And the last one was the 15th of July in 74. That's why he created a paramilitary force to prevent this to happen.
I totally agree with what you're saying. What you're saying is spot on. But the problem is he created the situation himself, trying to play politics. Right? He went above, everything was above his head. He wasn't up for what he was doing. Right? He tried to play with Russians, he tried to play with British, and he was only a small potatoes. And everything fall on himself, and we are the victims.
I think, Ken, you might have a point there, but we need to also remember Makarios was your president too, right?
He was not
the president of the republic.
He threw us out of the government, and he never bothered to bring us back in. He could have done it more than one occasion. And when you were talking about passport earlier on, he issued passport for every Turkish Cypriot possible to leave the island. Makarios didn't want to unalive Turkish Cypriot. He just wanted to get rid of them. And he was doing it a different way. And believe you me, in 74, if Grivas and Samson didn't intervene within 10 years, there wouldn't be any Turkish Cypriot left on the island. Nicosia was so small, it was incredibly small. And I mean, 1963, Turkish Cypriot land ownership, it was 32.8%. 1974, we were squeezing to 3%. These are the facts. You need to check it.
So it sounds like he had a similar agenda to Nikos Samson, but he just used a different method.
Different method. He was trying to get rid of, one stage my brother was in Turkey studying in a university. He couldn't come back to Cyprus because he cancelled all the flipping passports. He wouldn't allow Turkish Cypriots back in the country. Did you know that? No, obviously not.
I didn't know that, no.
Yeah, well, you can check it out. It's all documented. Right? George can do some research, find out about it.
Sorry, I was reading something. What did you say, Ken? I was reading something about the talks between Greek Cypriots and Turkish Cypriots.
He actually paid Turkish Cypriots to go from the island as well. Don't forget that, Ken.
Yes.
Yes, there is this information. Yes, I agree. There is this information. Yeah. That a number of Turkish Cypriots immigrated.
We had all of Cyprus in our hand. Turkish Cypriots and Greek Cypriots. We had it all in our hand, right? And Makarios churned it all up.
I believe he didn't have so much power because, as I said,
of course he didn't. Cyprus is a small island, small potatoes.
Greek government, the regime there, junta, was controlling the island, either with the army, or with Ogambi.
He's the one who allowed 20,000 Greek soldiers into Ireland, right? He could have said no. Right? He could have asked help from Turkey. He could have done tons of things. He didn't. He done none of it.
How can he ask help from Turkey? The
soldiers
here,
at the time, Turkey recognized Republic of Cyprus, and Republic of Cyprus recognized Turkey, and the Turkey was guarantor power.
The soldiers here,
instead of allowing 20,000 Greek military personnel onto the land, who knows for what reason, right? And if he wants to get rid of them, he could have asked Turkey to intervene. He didn't.
The Turkish, the Greek soldiers, I think they were 8,000. Came
Check
after
it out, George. Check
okay,
it out.
I will, but I think these are the correct numbers.
They went back in 1967. Yes, that's true.
Came after the bombardment and the unaliving civilians at the Rekoyu, at the Dimiria, from the Turkish airport.
Grievous told the Greek Cypriot to come and watch it, and even the Makarios went to watch it, how they're going to kill all the Turkish Cypriots at Erenköy.
They were watching from the mountains.
Yeah, they were watching from the mountains. And you know about Turkey intervened with the Turkey intervened then. Why didn't you restore the constitution then?
As I said,
I'm sorry, but it's just.
There were talks after 63, and this is what I was reading now. In the early of 1970s, there were big possibilities of agreement. They didn't reach an agreement, but in the 70s, there was a big possibility for agreement. In 1964, I think you know it, the Cypriot army, the Greek Cypriot army went there because there were some fighting there. They didn't go just to go to the Turkish Cypriot villages. There were people that were fighting, closing the roads.
There were some villages where people were buried alive, Turkish Cypriot villages where people were buried alive. That's documented.
No excuses, George.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, guys, let me tell you, if it wasn't for Turkey, the Turkish Cypriots in Cyprus would end up like the Palestinians. Full stop.
Okay. Jan Has, do you want to? Jan Has, I respect you. Do you want to make any other question? Because it's almost 1 o'clock here in Cyprus. They have to wake up at 5:30.
Good night, George.
Not really, no. I think I've asked most of the questions that I wanted to ask.
Okay.
I have a question.
Can I ask George one question? Just one?
Go on, you go first.
Of course, Ender.
All right. So, would you trust the Turks or the Israelis?
That's a silly question.
Well, that's not a silly question because Israel's taken over your country. So, who would you trust more, the Turks or the Israelis?
What is this question?
Are you living in Cyprus? Like, I'm just asking you as a citizen because you live there. So, yeah, do you trust the Israelis more than you trust the Turks, or you trust the Turks over the Israelis?
What is it? I trust Cyprus army, my friend. This is what I trust. Okay.
I just asked you a fair question. I don't know why you're getting so touchy. I was just saying, do you trust the Jews or the Turks?
Do you trust the Greeks or somebody else? What is this question? This is irrelevant. I said it many times. I don't like foreign.
But your country is uniting with Israel against Turkey.
Who says this?
Well, haven't you seen the press conferences with the Israeli Prime Minister, the Greek Prime Minister, and the Cypriot President all getting together, saying we don't want to knock them in empire, this, that.
And what is the purpose of this cooperation?
I don't know. You tell me. Why you getting together?
You tell me to attack. To attack the Turkish Cypriots, to attack Turkey?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Israel is, yeah. And,
George,
and
Okay.
use
it's
the
Yes,
time to
we
go
will
to bed,
attack.
mate.
fire.
Time to go to bed.
That's
I
it.
just asked a good question. You don't want to answer it, that's fair enough. But I'll tell you what, you trust the Jews more than you trust the Turks. That's the reason why you didn't want to answer it.
Okay. Do the questions and do the answers also, my friend.
Okay.
Okay.
What was your question?
Good one,
before
George.
the
Good one.
cut?
Elasov, tell me the
I
question.
said that was a good one, George. But for me, I guess it's the devil I know.
For you?
Which one is that?
Controversial.
Which one
Well,
is that?
what's the devil we all know? We all know Turkey, right?
Yeah, it's like, I mean, we know that's what Greek Cypriots mean when they say that.
Yeah, the devil we know better than the devil we don't. That's one of the sayings. Yeah.
I rest my case.
Anyway, good night to all of you.
Good
All
night.
right, thanks, George.
Good night, George.
My
Good night,
question
George.
was, what's up with the Greek Cypriots? They don't want to come up. I'm feeling really uncomfortable with so many Turks on the panel.
Because I
I feel
think
like that, Soft.
I
You're
don't know.
married to what?
I'm feeling surrounded
Hey,
right now. I don't know.
get used to it. Get used to it because Turkey's going to take over the whole island. Get used to it.
I knew Ender was going to say that. I knew Ender was going to say that.
Καληνύχτα. Good night.
Cheers, George. Thanks, George, mate.
Good night, George. I love you, George. Singapore. He doesn't love me. That's all right.
Oh, wow, that was interesting.
I just asked a legitimate question and he didn't want to answer it, but I wasn't being smart.
I think what annoyed him is
Because
that
your country,
a lot of people think that we are in bed with Israel, and obviously we're referring to the
Your
government.
government is what, my
Our
friend.
government.
Yeah, but
I
you're
agree.
Zaba.
Yeah. But I think a lot
Yeah,
of
but your
people
government
don't
is-
agree with that.
It's
Why don't
starting
they
to
speak up
be
and say something?
a load of cracks now between Greece and Israel, isn't there?
What do you mean?
Well, from far as what I could see in the Cyprus Mail, they're not getting on that brilliantly and swimmingly as they thought they were.
I don't think they've ever really got on, to be honest, Sahil. I don't think they've ever really got along. We're talking about the people or the government here?
The government, because there was a couple of MPs, ex-MPs, coming out and saying that Israel only for themselves and they're not there for us. I can't remember. He was an older gentleman. He was in the Cyprus Mail.
Yeah, that goes without saying. Absolutely. I agree with that as well. This deal came at the perfect time, right? But perfect time for Israel, not perfect time for Greece and Cyprus. So
Yeah.
no, I think the cracks will show. But I don't know if you guys heard earlier. I was talking about when Erdogan recently had a meeting with the Secretary General, Guterres.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you read that in the Mail as well today.
No, I was just flicking through and that just caught my eye, like major cracks are happening and this, that and the other. But I didn't...
UN and Erdogan had a meeting about the Cyprus issue, and it looks like it might be positive. So, not sure what's happened, what they talked about, but I think Erdogan wants to make a deal. I think he would gain a lot from Turkey joining Europe. We were just talking about it in the beginning, but I don't know. What do you guys think, or what do you think?
Well, as long as
Turkey's
we're
not
not
gonna
thrown
join
under
Europe.
the bus, it doesn't matter, does it?
They won't ever
Why not?
allow Turkey
It's
to
all
join.
show. It's all show.
Sorry, Jan, what did you say? I didn't hear you.
Turkey won't join Europe, the EU.
But they want to.
They won't. And
Well, why
they
do you
will
think they
never
won't?
accept them either.
Because we're Muslims, they won't accept us. Because it's a Christian club.
And it shouldn't
The
even be
European
about
Union is a
religion,
Christian
really,
club.
because it's a trading bloc. I think a lot of people forget it's the trading bloc, isn't
I-
it? I mean, it shouldn't,
I
but
would-
it does appear to be based on discrimination.
Christian
To be honest.
orientated.
I would argue with them. I would argue with the Muslim club thing, to be honest with you, because I think there's maybe 20% of Europe is Muslim.
Yeah, but there's no country. Yeah, but there's no country as a state as a Muslim in the European Union, isn't there? Why would you accept Romania and Bulgaria, where the economy is up to
Because
crap,
I don't think
why
it's to
would
do
you
with
accept
religion.
Turkey?
Because I don't think
It
it's
used
to
to
do
do
It
with
with
would
religion.
also
religion.
be
It has.
having a
It's a
high
Christian club.
population,
I think
because
you
that
guys
has an
are
impact on free
no.
movement
It's
within
not.
EU countries. It could
No,
also
no.
be that.
I get the population, but we've just lost UK, which is 85 million people. So there's a
Yeah,
gap.
but so far, Bosnia is in Europe as a continent, and it's one of the country in Europe is not in European Union, and
I
the
get
rest of
I,
the
You know why? Because
Christians
they're
are in
Muslim.
Europe and they part of it.
I get that argument,
It's a
but
Christian
it'd only be strong if you got rid of all the Muslims in Europe. Because
How
it doesn't
many
make sense.
EU countries are predominantly Muslim?
Not predominantly, but there is a huge population of Muslims, or I don't know what the right word to say
Well,
is.
there are Christians in Muslim countries too. So is that what you said doesn't
Yeah.
mean anything.
Yeah, so it's hard to understand why they wouldn't let you in because your population is Muslim when we've already got Muslims in Europe.
Yeah, but every
What
time
difference will it make?
Turkey
I'm trying.
Turkey does
No, but the
something,
state is
I
Muslim.
think it's also this long history of having some kind of hostility towards the Turks. You know, this dates back centuries. I think a lot of that stems.
I think you guys are barking on the wrong tree here. I don't think it's Muslim. I don't think it's history, anything like that. It's all to do with the law.
But there is anti-Turkism. There is.
No,
That's
it's
a real thing. There
What
is
law, Ken?
anti-Turkism.
Turkish.
Oh, we lost Ken.
It's a Christian club, full stop. That's what
I
it
agree,
is.
it's a Christian club.
The only reason why Turkey and Bosnia aren't in there is because they're a Muslim state.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
it. It's got
All
nothing
other
to do with
countries
it.
in Europe, only
And
Bosnia is.
It shouldn't
Why would you
really
accept
even be about
Romania or
religion.
Bulgaria?
Really. It's a shame. It's
Like Bulgaria.
Also, Albania.
Like Bulgaria.
Albania
It's a
was
shame.
very Muslim,
Oh,
like
guys,
large
sorry,
Muslim population.
I couldn't get behind the idea unless you banned all Muslims from Europe.
That's got nothing to do. Individual country got nothing to do. Majority of these all European countries are Christian countries anyway.
Exactly.
It's like Bosnia, Albania was a Muslim country majority, and they didn't let them in. Now they're Christian. They're probably gonna let them in near future.
Are there any other reasons?
1,000,000%.
well, put it this
No
way,
other reason.
Sof. Bulgaria, Romania, Italy at the time, they were on their knees. Greece was on their knees, right?
Yep.
The Turkish economy was stronger than all of those,
It still is.
you know?
But what difference would it make if Turkey
The
joined Europe?
difference was that every time Turkey made the reform, they would put another block in front of it.
Yeah, they would. It's true.
Simple.
Why would they
That's
want
because
to?
They've
we weren't
always
even allowed to
blocked. They've
sell
always
street
blocked
food
their
on the
entry
street.
into the EU.
Why would they want to have 86, 88 million Turks in Europe, bro?
Exactly. It
Because
would
they're
have an
scared of us,
impact
that's
on
why.
immigration.
Yeah, but
So
guys,
what-
we're talking like all the Turks are just gonna pick up their bags and move to Germany or England tomorrow.
No,
Yeah,
If
but
they
that,
join
I
Europe.
that ain't the
definitely
case,
agree
though,
with
is it?
everyone on
But
this
Sof,
panel. I've definitely. It
what's
is
your
a
personal view, Sof? What's your
Christian
personal
club,
view?
100%,
Why do
bro.
you think Turkey has been barred from the EU? What's your take on it?
We
I
don't
think
need
it's
Europe
there was
anyway.
Turkey hasn't had leverage over the last 25 years. There was no reason for Turkey to join. They wouldn't benefit Europe in any way. I think Turkey has been doing a great job keeping immigration low from the Middle East coming into Europe. They've been a good gatekeeper for the last 50 years. I think they
Well,
get
that's
good
what they want.
money.
Yeah,
I think there's no need.
Yeah, but Turkey don't need Europe anyway. The economy's booming.
That's what I mean. There's no mutual benefit. That's why
Yeah,
Turkey
they
hasn't been
don't-
into Europe. It's
They want
nothing to
Europe,
do
bruv.
with. There's no mutual benefit, but I think there could be a mutual benefit today.
Yeah, but they keep on throwing stumbling blocks. Greece keeps on vetoing. Cyprus keeps on
Yeah.
vetoing.
They'd never go in Europe, man, ever.
The
To be
veto
honest-
blocks have been to delay. It's a delay tactic, right? It's been a delay because they, like I said, there's
But
been no
to be
Very
benefit.
long
honest-
for Turkey.
delay.
Yeah, it's been a delay because there's no
Decades.
benefit.
We're talking
Yeah,
decades.
yeah, because there's no benefit. But
Yeah,
if
but
tomorrow
you've got to
things
also look
change,
now, even the EU is crumbling because the Italians, the French, they're not happy. The Spanish are definitely not happy. Okay, and now Germany was spouting out last year or the year before. Oh, we're not too keen on this anymore. And between
Not
France
happy
and
with who?
Germany
Sorry?
was the powerhouse, wasn't it, of Europe?
Sorry, not happy with who? Who's Europe not happy with? I didn't get that part. Sorry.
Well, they weren't happy with the way Brussels was telling them what to do.
Okay, I know they're not happy with America right now.
Well, yeah, but the Americans have always not wanted that European bloc because the Americans can't trade too much with Europe. How many American cars do you see on the roads in Europe? Zero.
I've seen a few Cadillacs.
You get out of how many millions of cars that go over from Europe to
nothing.
America?
Yeah, nothing. Yeah. Let's call it 0.01.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Turkey's biggest trading partner is Europe.
Exactly. Most of these.
Turkey's selling to Europe, though. It's not buying from Europe, right?
Look, even Renault.
No, there's a lot of European companies in Turkey, like
Renault
in Turkey in a big way.
Renault, for instance, gets their cars built in Turkey and then gets them shipped over from Turkey to France. So you tell me, why don't you want a partner that's able to do this in the European bloc?
That's because we're Muslims. That's why, brother.
I'm not sold on that.
It's nothing to do with just Muslims. They're scared. They're scared of 88 million people, right, being the proper engine for Europe.
Oh, look who's joined us.
Cyprus immigration.
He's behaving so far.
Here he is. Go on, son. He's behaving himself. Yeah, he usually behaves himself. Let's see.
Hello, I'm just listening. Just listening. Don't worry, everything will be all right.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's my friend from last time, from a couple of days ago.
Yeah, he is.
Hello, my friend. Hello, my friend.
You wore him out last time. So. He's back for more now.
He's back.
No,
what's on the menu tonight?
It's all good. It's smelly feet. It's on the menu.
Did you see Cyprus migration? Erdogan and Gutierrez having a meeting.
Yes.
What do you think about that?
It looks like progress to me.
It sounds positive, right?
Who's occupying the north? It's Turkey. Maybe he's trying to civilize.
Here we go.
I think Christodoulidis literally quoted that the balls in Turkey's court. He acknowledges
always insults with this man. Always.
Was that an insult?
What insults, Ray?
Always insults. Did you not hear him talk about civilization? Always insults. He can never have an intellectual conversation or a civilized dialogue.
You're always privileged.
Always has to resort to insult.
How are we always privileged?
And anti-Turkism. Anti-Turkism propaganda.
Look at the entitlement you have.
No,
it's amazing.
You're entitled.
I tell you, if we were entitled,
you're entitled.
People like you wouldn't be on that island, would they? If we were entitled. Let's be honest about it. The world would be a lot a much harmonious place to be in with people without you.
Anyway, so the thing is that there is progress going on, and let's hope they solve the problem. In my point of view, bi-communal federation is bad for the two of us and good for everyone else. We will see what
Well, then you should just give us the two-state and that's it. Done.
Never.
It's going to happen very soon. It will happen. There will be two states.
Never.
I guarantee you in the next 10 years.
Look, we will give you yours. You can go to planet Mars and make these things possible, and maybe you can create the United Nations of Mars and they will recognize you there. I don't know. In planet Earth, equality and fairness and international law
that's what you said when you were
stands for something else.
You just kept playing songs on the radio. Oh, we waited for you, Turks, but you never came. And what happened? We came.
We
Came to the
saw,
island.
and
You
And
came
what?
and you lost.
Hey,
how?
Who took?
how
You
did we
lost.
lose, brother? How did we lose?
You only took.
Yeah.
You took 1/3. Almighty Turkey
Cyprus
stopped
migration.
when Eoga.
Cyprus
When Eoga
migration.
fought you, when
Cyprus
Eoga fought you, you
migration.
stopped to your tracks,
What
It
did
was a
your
loss,
what
man.
did
You've
your
lost the quarter of
racist
your island, so you
Cyprus
lost. So you
migration?
lost
What
the
did your
quarter.
intolerant
They
ideology
isolated.
achieve?
They isolated you. They
What did
embargoed
Nikos
you.
Samson's
Who lost?
ideology
We
achieve
lost.
for the island?
You.
Tell
No
us.
one.
You're living
No
on
one.
Mars, my friend. Looks like
No
you're on
one
Mars.
Did you?
recognizes you.
Did Cyprus
Cyprus
How come we
migration.
lost?
I'm asking you a question. What did your racist ideology achieve on the island? Tell us.
How many years it's been since you had a good night? How many years it's been since you had a good night in
Every
your
That
night
life?
doesn't
since
even make sense. What do you
1974.
even mean by that?
He doesn't even know what
Because
he's
what
talking
are
about, right?
ask your question? You
Get your hand out
you
of
I
Get
provoke.
asked the
your head out of the
question
sand, brother.
first. It would be nice if
Yeah, you are.
if you
It's a
answered it.
stupid question. You
No,
are a
it's not a
stupid
stupid
person.
question. That's your
Ask it
opinion.
again.
No,
Yes,
that's
That's
ask
your
it again.
opinion. That's
Let's
your
hear you.
opinion. Show your character.
that's
You
a
Show
haven't
your
got
Immigration,
no
Ask
character.
don't
again.
go
Let's go.
personal.
Come on out with it. Come
Don't
on.
go personal.
Ask me. I haven't listened. Ask me again. Ask me again.
What has
well,
your
that's the
ideology?
problem with
What's
you.
this everlasting quest for Enosis and Migali Idia? What has that achieved on the island? Tell us.
We already achieved. We already achieved
What did you
enosis through
achieve?
European Union.
What
Oh
did you
my
achieve?
European Union.
God. God.
It's not only
Oh
with
my.
Greece now. It's with all the Christian European countries, my love. You
Listen,
lost.
didn't
You
you
lost
fight
many
for it?
episodes.
Didn't you
You left
fight for
behind.
No,
it?
be objective.
Listen,
Be objective. What have
Cyprus
you achieved? Be
migration.
objective. Be
Cyprus
objective.
migration. Did
What
you
have
or
you
did you
achieved?
not say that we fought for independence? Yes or
They
no?
achieved nothing. They lost quarter of their island. What did they achieve? They achieved nothing. They lost their land.
Cyprus migration. Can you please answer me? Did
We
you
didn't lose.
fight?
Cyprus migration has the same mentality as Nikos Samson, right? They
No
wanted the
different.
Turks out of the islands. Now the Turkish population has
No,
actually
you
increased,
see,
right?
you
The
look
island
the
is
Turkish
divided.
population. You mean the mainland
You wanted
Turks?
the British out, Mishimu. They still have
The
bases
mainland.
there. They still have
The
bases
main
there, right?
Mishimu, the mainland Turks are Cypriots now. The mainland Turks who came in 1974 are Cypriots now. They'll never be Cypriots. They're Turkish citizens. Mishim.
There's no difference. A Cypriot Turk is a Turk, and a Turk is a Turk. That's it. Full stop. They're just like
I
you.
know,
You're a
yes.
Greek.
Everything
You're a Greek,
Nikos
man.
Samson and
You're a
individuals
Greek as
like
well, aren't
you
you?
desired,
Wait,
the complete
Korimu.
opposite
Korimu, wait.
happened. The complete
Korimu,
opposite
Korimu,
happened.
wait.
So it just goes to show you need to abandon this ideology. It's not a fruitful ideology.
So the Turkish citizens are wannabe Turkish Cypriots now because they came illegally in 1974. What is this?
How,
This
how
is
do you
Well,
say
you never saw the
illegally?
Turkish Cypriots as Cypriots. You saw them as
no.
Turks.
You are
Yeah.
crazy.
You saw them as Turks.
200,000.
You saw them as Turks. That's why
200,000.
you
Kori
did you.
Belli.
I'm talking about individuals
Belli,
like you. When I'm
200,000.
talking about individuals like you. I'm not
200,000
making a general
citizenships.
sweeping
You're wasting your
generalization.
time talking to this peasant, man. Don't waste your time, man.
Re, 200,000 Turkish Cypriots have
Seriously.
the
You guys are
European
wonder.
Republic of Cyprus passport. Re.
Orospu çocuğu.
200, we recognize the Turkish Cypriots. We gave them full
It just
rights.
amazes me why you always resort to insults when you're talking to people, honestly.
Gori,
It just amazes
listen
me.
to me.
No, it's not Gori anything. It's not Gori anything.
200,000 Turkish Cypriots. You gave us Kimlik cards. In the Greek Cypriots have Kimlik cards. No, but we
What are
gave
you
to the
talking about?
200,000. Koribelli, 200,000
you're
Turkish
all over
Cypriots
How can they give you
have
all
ID
over
card
the
when you
place.
don't recognize them? Cyprus
You are all
migration.
over the place.
European Republic
You need
of
to
Cyprus
alter your
passport.
ways. You need to
The
alter your
Turkish
ways. This
Cypriots
ideology isn't
have.
a fruitful ideology.
Oh, Belemo, it's
It's
amazing.
not a fruitful
It's
ideology.
amazing. I cannot civilize you. It's okay. You talk with yourselves. It's okay.
Because you're very civilized, right? You, as an individual, you're very civilized.
It's about as civilized as my left
Honestly.
toe.
He just comes on here to just throw up. Just throw up
Guys,
his racism and
let me
intolerance
tell you something.
and
This guy's
bigotry.
been on the lines for 2.5, 3 years. He's been saying the same rhetoric. He's a racist. Simple. This guy's a wind-up. Don't listen to
Why?
what he says,
Why?
man. It's,
Can you be
because you're
specific?
talking out your collar, Revumbaro. That's why.
You're a
What?
malaka, you're a
200,000
malaka,
200,000 Turkish Cypriots don't have the Republic of Cyprus
I
European
don't.
passport.
I don't want it.
You don't.
Where did you get 200,000? You keep telling us we're only
Yeah.
100.
They are even. It's even more, to be honest. Even more.
So how
I
many
don't want the
We have
keep
them.
saying the
We
Turkish
have them
Cypriots are-
registered to vote. Registered
Why-
to vote.
I thought
200,000
Turkish
of.
Cypriots were disappearing.
They are not.
Which one
They
is
are
it?
registered. They are coming to the south side, to the European side, to
Are you
renew
talking
their
out of your
passports.
starfish?
It's registered. How can
You
I
keep
help you?
telling
It's
us
okay.
the Turkish Cypriots disappearing. You keep saying that there's only 100,000.
Who said that?
Now you're saying that 200,000 got a passport and register. Are you a lying pig?
You are crazy.
No, you are
You are
crazy.
crazy.
You don't
There
even
are
get your
four.
you don't even get your story right.
I never said. I never said these things. What I am saying is that
It's
there
always
are
every
two.
day they say
Re-
it. Every
re-
discussion, Turkish
250,
Cypriots are
200.
minority. There's no Turkish
Right.
Cypriots left. It's all Turkey.
Maybe you don't know
Turkey.
mathematics.
Now
It's
you're
okay.
coming in telling that we got 200. You got 200,000
So,
Turkish Cypriots got passport.
because the settlers in the north have overthrown the Turkish Cypriots, now you are crying about it.
No, you keep
Cry
saying
about it
we
to
are
the
about
country.
100,000,
To the Tash go cry
50,000,
about
none
that.
left. I heard you saying there's no Cypriots left in Cyprus. Now you're telling us there's 200,000 got a passport. They're going to vote in elections in.
You are making things up. I said today these things.
I'm
When
just
did I say?
following you.
I
That's
never
all I'm
said.
doing.
This is Turkish propaganda. Anyway, so your official numbers were 450,000 TRNC citizenships. Out of those,
So we're not
there are more
minority then.
Turkish citizens.
So we're not minority.
Yes, Re.
So we're not minority.
250,000.
Can you say
You
it?
are not. Re.
We're not minority.
You are.
We're
You
not
are the extreme
minorities,
minority because more of them, more than half of them are Turkish citizens, you idiot. They are settlers, they are not Turkish Cypriots. 200,000 of them are Turkish Cypriots. 250,000 are
Right, this
Turkish
migration, you're
settlers.
forgetting you invited them.
So
You invited
you've
them.
been overthrown.
Nikos Sampson and
Yeah,
Rivas
this is-
invited them, my dear.
Yes, they are
You invited
isolated.
them.
It's funny. Yeah, have fun, it's okay. Have fun.
You invited them.
Whatever.
So why are you complaining? Why are you complaining? You set the scene. You set the
I
scene.
haven't complained. I am trying to help you. Maybe you get liberated by Turkey in the north. You are still hostages to Turkey since 1974. They tricked you. Have fun. They tricked, isolated, embargoed. Have fun.
No, you've
whatever.
been tricked. You've
He's
been
very
tricked. I don't
caring
know
person,
what
isn't he?
sort of rhetoric you were exposed to, but they've tricked you.
Anti-Turkish
They've
is the
tricked you
rhetoric.
badly. They really have.
How are you doing, Sahih? You all
I'm
right?
doing really well,
on
Ken.
the mainland Turks, mate, we
Good
would have
on
been
you.
not even on this island, my friend. Simple. We haven't been tricked in any way, mate.
Yeah.
Helal olsun Türk
Here's the one that's been
Wake-
tricked. Here's the one that's
Wake
been
you.
bombarded with
Wakey,
with so
wakey.
much
John. Let him
rhetoric,
think.
anti-Turkish rhetoric.
Yeah.
That's what
Listen,
you know. That's
Cyprus
the only reason why he
migration.
comes here and throws up.
Because you
Basically,
haven't been in Cyprus.
People have spoken
because
into you, and you're just
you are
you're
a
just playing
British
it back to
girl.
us.
You are a
You're like
British
you're
girl.
like a human dictaphone.
The last
Someone's
the last
spoken
2
into
months.
you, and now you've come
The
onto
last 2 months.
Sophocles'
So-
platform, and you're just
Okay,
playing it back
look.
to us.
Listen,
Human
you're a
dictaphone.
Turk hater.
You're
The
playing it
last
back
2
to us.
months,
You don't
the
like
Turkish
Turcos.
Cypriots are out in the roads, are complaining for the situation in the north because the economy is crumbling. Go complain to Turkey. The last 2 months, the Turkish Cypriots are having enough. They are in the roads and they are marching against what
marching?
Turkey
What
has
thing?
created.
Where do you get this rhetoric
Where'd
from?
you get all this information, man?
It's walking.
My dad
You
was-
haven't seen the Turkish Cypriots who were fighting with the
I don't know
Turkish
what news-
settlers in the
I don't know what
streets.
news you're
The
watching.
videos were all over the
I
place.
think,
The
I
videos.
think
you're dreaming it,
you
bro.
live in cuckoo land.
I think so.
Not on planet Earth. You definitely live on Mars, mate.
No, I live in Cyprus. You live in the UK.
I really
That's why
doubt
I
No,
live
I
in
live in
Cyprus.
Cyprus, mate.
I don't think you even know where Cyprus
You guys
is.
are another level, bro.
I don't
He
think
doesn't. He
knows.
doesn't realise that it's individuals with his mindset that are an obstacle to peace.
He doesn't want peace. This guy doesn't want peace. He wants war.
Bekledim de gelmedin.
Sevdiğini bilmedim.
We came all right.
Let's go, bravo.
Cyprus, not
It's
migration.
okay.
Cyprus Krivas.
As soon as you face the truth, you start crying with your shitty songs. It's okay. I will leave you.
You was the one that was playing it.
You're the one who was playing it, you ding dong.
You don't even know.
It's your song. You were playing it every day in Nicosia. Bekledim de gelmedin. Sevdiğini bil. I should get my guitar out now.
Oh God.
Really,
call-
so for
you
Klimu,
call your
sorry,
own song
but
shitty song.
this is disgraceful to have all these people making
Oh,
fun
the-
of you. It's okay.
What? We haven't made fun of him. We've made fun of you.
But this is what he does. He just
Bu adamın
he
yüzüne
tries to
tükür-
play. He tries to play people against each other.
Bu adamın
Yeah,
yüzüne
he's playing the
tükürür.
same
Allah'a
record,
şükür
man. He's
eder
just
yağmur
playing the
yağdı
game.
diye.
It's a wind-up motion, guys.
He
Been saying the same thing for years,
either
man.
resorts to insulting people or he tries to put people against each other. That's what I've noticed.
John, we've known this guy over 3 years now in the lives. He says the same thing, man.
He doesn't change his record. It must be wearing out very thin now.
It's boring.
Very thin.
Okay. So the TRNC is recognized now. What happened? Please update me. Now you are recognized. Everything is okay.
Yeah,
Now you are.
we're
So
recognised,
is
right?
the island united? Is it one island? Is it one island? We
No,
could throw
so
that
the
question back to you. Is it
You-
one island?
Another time.
You are recognized
one
to the
island?
United Nations now. You are. What is going on? You have a passport. You can
Are we
travel.
united?
You don't.
Are we united?
you-
You're telling us that we're united.
Is it one island?
Yeah,
is it one island?
Yes.
Do the Turkish
Yes, we have
Cypriots
to
have
have-
the same rights as you? Do they?
Look, the Turkish Cypriots have the Republic of Cyprus European passport. They have more rights than the Greek
And do you
Cypriots.
think? And do you think
And I
they would
don't
feel
want it.
safe being around
They
someone
play the
like
two
you?
cards.
Yeah.
They play the double stand. They play the two cards. They have the
You keep on
TRNC
saying that, but
Pokemon card, Kimberly card, and also
Individuals
the
like you are an
European
obstacle to peace.
European passport.
Change the topic, let's say.
your passport I would never want.
No,
It doesn't represent me. Never
He's an
will.
obstacle to peace, this man. He really is.
Yes, but you are the minority of the Turkish Cypriots. 80% of the Turkish Cypriots have the passport renewed to the proper recognized republic,
it's
my
not
friend.
that much. It's not
It's
that
more.
much.
What
It's
would you
more.
like to
It's
see
more.
for Cyprus migration? What would you like to see?
All Turks dead.
A
That's what he
united,
wants to see.
united democracy. You are stupid. A
Are you
united
sure about
democracy.
that? You're not lying to
You
us,
live
are
in
you?
you live in a democracy,
Sure.
but you are asking for something different in Cyprus.
Because I'm a little bit suspicious of the things that you've been saying on this platform.
You see, Sofoglimu, they respect you very much.
No, we respect Sof. We do.
We got
Because he
plenty
knows
of
how to
respect
talk
for
to
him,
people.
but none for you.
But
He
we
knows
don't
how to
respect
talk
you,
to
son.
people. You should sit back and learn from Sof. That's what you should
Because
do.
you're racist, Cyprus. We don't like racism.
No, I wouldn't.
You don't
Sit
like
back and
Turks.
learn.
Simple. You
Sit
don't like
back and
Turks.
learn.
I wouldn't
in
tolerate.
fact, you know what
I
you
wouldn't
do?
tolerate
You
you.
make
Not the second.
soft
I wouldn't
life
tolerate you.
politically incorrect. That's what you do.
I will get you humbled like I always do.
I haven't heard.
That's for you.
I haven't heard Sof insult anyone like you on this platform.
So, telling you the numbers of the Turkish Cypriots who have a passport of the Republic of Cyprus, it's an insult. Are you crazy?
Don't try and twist things. I'm
Where'd
talking
you get
about the
your
other stuff
figures?
that you were coming out with.
Where'd you get your
Which
figures,
are
Cyprus
what?
migration? Where'd you get your figures?
But you name call. You call people names. You're verbally abusive towards them. You start throwing words around like uncivilized.
Can you be specific? Can you be specific?
You bring up
Well,
religion.
10 minutes ago.
You stereotype people.
This young lady an idiot.
Guys, I'm very sorry to interrupt, but can I just reply very quickly to one little word that was just used? Because then I want to drop off and carry on folding my laundry. But Cyprus Migration, you just said the word humble. I cannot wait until you are older and my children and their generation, raised in Greek Cypriot side, by the way, are going to be able to say, fuck you, and make the changes that you don't make because you're bitter and fucking old. That's all I wanted to say. Goodbye.
Good on you.
Nice one, Sophia.
Good on you.
Nice one, Sophia.
Wait, do you see what you do to people? Did you just see that? Did you
She
just
can
witness
have,
that?
yeah, she can have her relax pills and
You
relax.
pull individuals out
She's
of
in
their
shock.
character, you see?
Like that, who tell
See
you
what you
put you
do
on
to
the
people?
spot. Lovely
In
He's a
the
very,
UK,
he's a very sad individual. He's
Are
a
you
very
happy
sad
now?
individual. He's a racist. He's an Israeli
okay.
lover. He's a Jew lover. He just hates Turks.
Yeah.
Bruv, bear. He just hates
In the
Turkey.
UK, they build the houses with a strong brick. You can bang your head on the brick, and it's okay.
No,
If
that's
you
what
can't
you
handle
do.
the truth,
That's what
can
you
bang
do.
your
Can
head
do the
on the
same
brick.
thing in
on the
Cyprus,
I cannot help.
migration. In Cyprus, they build it concrete. Go and bang your head on it, you might get better.
It looks like to me he received a big kebab off a Turk and it really hurt him. And that's the reason why he's so bitter.
So there's that one there.
I know, I think
oh,
Bering,
right.
Bering Street.
Bering Street, I know that one. Where's Bering
In
Street?
between you.
Come on, Sistos, come up.
He's a very bitter man. Very bitter.
Sad.
He has been conditioned to dislike Turks with a passion. People like him are an obstacle to peace.
He's a racist. That's what he is.
Sahid, he closed his lives.
Yeah.
Pointless. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night, Ken.
Bye.
Can we sing that Turkish song again? That's beautiful.
What?
Can you translate it? So translate so we know what you are saying.
Well, you was the one that your people were the one that was.
There's actually a Greek version as well. There's a Greek
Translate it,
version as well.
tell us. What is it saying? I am curious.
We were waiting for you, Turk, but you never come.
Basically, I tell you what, they were singing that song, Bekledin da gelmedin, they were taking the piss out Turkish Cypriots, saying that the mainland Turks ain't gonna come. But when they come,
exactly.
What did happen? What happened when they come? What
George
happened?
rang. He's rang. He's run. Oh, the Turks are coming. Let's run.
Ray, you are crazy, Ray. Ray, you took 1/3 of
Hey, you lost half of your island there. You're saying that you won, but you lost half of your island. How can you win?
Which half, Ray?
The true half.
80 million. Ray, 80 million population Turkey only took 1/3 of the island and stopped to the trucks. You got isolated in Barco.
Yeah, but
You
would rather
opened
the Turks took all of the island.
You opened the crossings because you were starving. And you are still starving, and you are telling us, this is a
every
joke.
morning looking at that Turkish flag on the mountains. You wake up every day, don't you? And you see that Turkish flag there on the mountains.
Maybe you should go and visit the. You should go and visit the North Cyprus and see if we're starving or not. I think you're on a different planet, my friend. Seriously, mate.
Sof, have you ever been in the north?
I don't think he has been. Once I think he's been in the north.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I'm just doing something else. Yeah, I've been to the north. Yeah, been a few
And
times.
is it as backward as he thinks it is?
Nah, it's not. It's not backwards. It's not backwards at all. I think there's a lot of potential there in the north. And I think once there's a solution, I think Cyprus is gonna fucking boom. Both sides.
So
Both
I
sides
hope
will.
so, mate.
They're
But
going
we've
to
been
open
waiting
up
for this
Monash
solution
very
stuff for
soon.
years, mate. But are they going to really come up with a bloody solution?
Look, like our president said today, the ball is in Erdogan's court. Yeah, if he wants a solution, I think he can make it happen. If there's something going on in the background and there's a European carrot being dangled, or there's something else being dangled that we don't know about.
As long as we're not thrown under the bus, I don't care.
Yeah.
It won't happen, brother. It won't happen. It won't happen.
I think he'll ease up the negotiations for sure. I think he'll influence the North to make a deal under lighter circumstances, not like how it is now. I think he would agree to 1,000 Turkish troops. I think he would agree on the land issues. I think we were a few % off last time. I think he would agree to these small things, and then obviously the South would have to agree to a few other bits and pieces. But I think we'll be there. We'll get there.
To be honest, Sof, the only thing that I can see coming out of this is more stumbling blocks. Honestly,
In what way?
I can't see Christa Deludis doing anything that's going to help this thing.
Yeah, but why do we think it's his choice?
Well, it's not European choice, is it? Because they're starting to turn around now.
If Europe said to him, make a deal, and if the United Nations said to him, make a deal, he'll do it. He won't go against Europe and UN.
At what cost would he do the deal, though?
I don't think there'd be a cost if he does the deal that we've been talking about for the last 20 years. There is no risk other than it falling completely apart. But I don't think anyone would blame him for doing a deal and trying to get a solution. Biggest risk he would have is he does the deal and then we go back into a civil war, which it's not going to happen.
Good.
No, and I don't think that will happen, man. Come on.
I bet.
Yeah, but my friend,
I know.
You remember 20 years ago? The Annan proposal? Yeah, it's your own people who voted not to unite. Just say you take it to the Greek Cypriots again. This vote, they're going to vote not to unite. So what are you talking about?
There won't be a referendum for this. I guarantee you guys, there won't be a referendum.
Yeah, but the Greek public in Cyprus, the Greek Cyprians don't want to unite. They want to take over. They don't want to unite. They want to take over. They want to say this is our country. You're just a minority.
I wouldn't call the BBF, the Federation, a unification. I'd call it a compromise for both sides.
What would you call it?
A compromise.
It won't work. It won't work.
The only logical thing would be to recognise the North, say it's a two-stated island, okay, and that's it. End of story. That's the only thing that I can see is a two-state.
That's what's going to happen.
A two-state won't happen unless it's forced. And I think if you force, you're going to cause more friction. I think if we all want to be safe, and like I said earlier, if we all want to win here, if we all want to have a mutual benefit, we need to have some sort of federation. And that's the only way to compromise. I think if you could get a two-state, you're right. It could happen. I'm not saying it won't or it can't, but I think it would be forced. And I think it causes way more problems. Yes, exactly.
If Turkey wants it to happen, it'll happen straight away. Turkey has said to Pakistan and all those other countries not to recognise it yet. They're ready to recognise Northern Cyprus.
Well, that tells us a few things. Not to recognise it yet. That means they're still open to negotiate. You don't want to go beyond the point of coming back again,
The worst thing that we ever did was actually in 1983 turn around and declare that we were an independent state at the time. I think that was a bad move because we would have got better traction without that. Because you just brought the embargoes and everything else there. It would have been settled a lot quicker if we didn't do that.
How would the North have been if you weren't TRNC right now?
Well, it wouldn't be no different now than what it is today.
Yeah, true. But I think you still would have had those isolations.
We wouldn't have had the embargoes. It only happened once they declared the TRNC, the embargoes. We were better off just to stay under the 60s constitution, and they would have the South wouldn't have had Europe, because they couldn't have gone in there without it. That's what put us back. Declaration of Independence in 1983.
I haven't heard right. So Denktash was wrong?
Yes, he was. And I did that all day long. If we had stayed as we were, then Europe would have had to recognize us anyway.
So all these things
you wouldn't have been able to put any embargoes on us.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, and everyone was coming after me, like Chan, Haas, and okay, so there is some logic here. Bravo.
No one was coming after you, and you weren't saying that. You weren't saying that. You were just insulting
people. Don't get on my
people.
bandwagon and start saying that.
You were insulting people, hailing abuse at people as always.
Dax, yeah.
But like I say,
okay.
I'm just reading Theo's comments. He's got a bit of a point there. He said, I don't know who said it. Someone said that Pakistan has been told not to recognize TRNC. Does that not make the Turkish Cypriots feel a bit uncomfortable?
Well, I think there's a little bit of
good point.
Yeah. Okay.
Pakistan and Bangladesh recognized the TRNC in 1983, and United Nations came slapping them both, so they revoked their decision to get civilized and not get sanctions themselves, as well as with the Turkish Cypriots. That's what happened in 1983.
He loves that word, doesn't he? Civilized. He says it with such gusto. Such gusto.
Why is that word like a slur? It is. I'm not good in English. Is it a slur? Uncivilized
listen, you
and civilized
speak
is a
better
slur.
English than me.
You tell me Cyprus migration. Seeing that you're the professor, you know everything, right?
My love.
Why don't you tell us?
I got registered on a medical board in the UK. I know how to speak English. I'm not fluent. It's been years that I've been in the UK, like
You have
nearly a
very,
decade.
very good. Put your British accent on properly.
Guys, I
Listen
think
to
you've got him confused. This is his TikTok Cypriot accent. It's not his real accent. This is what he puts on when he comes on TikTok.
You know, he has a very upper class English accent.
He's British. He's got a British accent. I've heard it. I've heard it in my own ears.
Come on.
Yes, you
come
are
on,
true,
migration. Come on,
no,
migration.
I feel a
give me
little
that
bit.
English. Give me the English, the ones that you hate.
When I speak like the British accent, I feel a little bit gay, so I don't want to speak
No,
like that accent.
We all think that you're a gentleman when you speak the proper English. Let's hear it. Come on. Come on, migration.
It doesn't make it doesn't make any difference
Come
if I
on,
start talking
migration. Let's hear that
the
beautiful
proper.
accent of yours.
Anyway, so what I was going to say is
Don't
that
change the subject. Let's hear it.
wait, let's get into the actual point. Is that the BBF is not good for us, not for you, but it's something in between of Taksim and Enosis. So maybe BBF is a solution.
The only thing I can see is a very, very, very loose federation, which would grant us free movement, okay, direct flights, direct post. You know, people keep on banging about, direct flights, but we don't even get direct post.
You know, other countries have disputed territories and they don't have those sort of embargoes on them.
Taiwan.
Yeah, they don't have those sort of embargoes on them.
I have a question. The representation of Cyprus would be different from Greek Cypriots and Turkish Cypriots internationally? in a loose federation, or we would have the president elected and the rest elected by both communities. You want the communities to have their own representatives, or to have if it's elected by the whole of the two communities, and they decide. I know there will be a
best for the job. Whoever is best for the job.
There will be a mandatory percentage for the Turkish Cypriots, like 30-40%, for them to be represented internationally. Let's say the way the Greek Cypriots see it as fair, to give them like 10-20% more from the population percentage that they have, to give them more percentations so that they are not treated like a minority, and to give them the benefit of the equality they are asking for. But if it's not the case, it's okay, it makes sense. If you want separate international representation, that's a little bit sketchy from our side. I mean, we're gonna be judging it as not viable to have a separate representations internationally from the two communities. But this is already, I think, it's been discussed internationally. If they are saying that this year we're going to solve the Cypriot problem, this is what Christodoulidis came out saying yesterday, that this year we will solve the Cypriot problem. Anyway.
I can't see it.
We've been hearing that for years.
Hand on heart, migration. Would you accept that?
He wouldn't. He's not.
What do you mean?
Would you accept a loose federation? A loose one?
Loose means what? What do you mean by loose?
Well, for instance, all the benefits for the North, which it should have had, their basic human rights, okay? And a person that's elected that can do the job properly. Doesn't matter if he's Greek or Turk.
I don't have a problem with that, what you're saying, but they already have their all the European rights because of their citizenship, and
No,
they have.
we haven't. You know that
You
as
do
well as
have
I
it.
do. No.
I just checked. There are 110 adult Turkish Cypriot registered in 2021 European elections. If you count their kids, that makes them roughly 150, 160,000, and these are the registered. People like you who are for not CDP, the UBP, so like the rest 20-30% who are not registered because of their ideological ways.
I'm
So
not a party member, mate.
roughly,
I've never
yes,
been a party
roughly,
member.
okay. So roughly, the numbers are correct. Around 200,000 Turkish Cypriots are in the north, and 250,000 Turkish citizens, the settlers who were granted the TRNC citizenship because of the situation in the north. So you do not recognize that the Turkish Cypriots in the north are a minority in the north because of the settlers? This is false.
A Turk's a Turk to me. Don't matter where they're from.
You see, you are not answering. So it means it's true. So it's a sad thing that
No,
Turkey
that's your
overthrow.
opinion. That's
No,
your
it's true. The
opinion.
numbers are there.
Yeah, but that's
You
your
have
opinion.
the
A Turk
TRNC
is a Turk. Doesn't
publicated.
matter where they're from.
Okay, but it's not Greek is a Greek. Greek Cypriot is a Greek, and a
Of
Greek
course
is a
it
Greek
is.
Cypriot.
Of course
It's
it
not.
is.
No,
Of
we
course
don't
it
see
is.
it this way.
Well,
We don't see it this way.
why? Why? Because that is your heritage.
No, we are Greek-speaking Cypriots. Right?
Oh,
We
here we
are
go. That's
we
like,
are
you know what?
Cypriot.
You know what does my brain in when you get a Turk or a Cypriot Greek saying, "I am a Turkish-speaking Cypriot," or "I'm a Greek Cypriot speaker." What a load of rubbish.
Australia, UK, and the USA, they are all united into one? No, they are three different countries. So they might be speaking English, but the one is at the one side of the world, the other one is at the other side of the world.
It doesn't matter. They're
Two different
Anglo-Saxons, but
entities.
they're Anglo-Saxons, brother. They're the same people. They're Anglo-Saxons. Just like you,
Relax,
you're a Greek. You're a
I
Greek,
know you.
man. You pinch out
I know the
Turkish,
truth is,
everything.
you see.
Baklava's Turkish, dolma's Turkish, sarma's Turkish.
You
Even
see.
Lasbury, we say Lasbury with the custard in the middle. What do you call it?
So in the end, we are all human beings. It's one race, right? What countries? No countries. We are all humans. We are all the same.
I'm glad you said that. You know that.
That's the
Migration.
first
No
time I've
country.
heard you say something like that, actually.
You know what?
Yes,
I think we
That's
are
the first
educating
time.
you very slowly.
Maybe we're starting to have an impact on you in terms of morality, because some of the things that you've said about certain groups of people hasn't been so well.
I have
You know what,
logic,
guys?
but I can't understand why you can live in democratic countries outside Turkey or the north of Cyprus. But when it comes to Cyprus, no, we want to stay. We will not accept the Republic of Cyprus governing us. But the Republic of Cyprus follows European laws, same laws you live in. Same democratic laws you live in. If you people now on the live were living in Bahrain, Emirates, all Islamic countries, I would say bravo. You are true Muslims. You follow your way. But no, you are living in democratic Christian countries, all of you. So why are you asking us to be different? No, you should follow
Nobody
the
is
same
asking
rules.
you to be different, and you need to
You
stop
are.
stereotyping people. You need to stop
Yeah.
stereotyping people. The vast majority of Turkish Cypriots are secular Muslims, may I just add? The vast majority of them. You need to stop stereotyping people. You don't know anything about any of us on this panel. And you're always talking about democracy, always talking about the West. Well, let's keep it real. The West is only shining because of the global South. That's a historical fact.
Well, that got you
Don't
there.
make me
didn't it?
open my mouth now. We all know
Respond.
history. Some of us actually know history. The light of the
Respond.
global South was stolen. That is the only reason why Europe is shining today, my dear. That's why you can
Can
boldly
you
sit there with a bold chest and say, well, look at us and look at them.
can you be specific? What do you mean?
I don't
You
need to
mean
be
that
specific. The information, like I always say when I come onto Sophicles' platform, the information is out there for those who wish to discover it.
You can call me
Okay?
Soph if you want, Jan. I know it's a bit difficult. Just call me
Thank
Soph.
you,
It's,
Soph.
yes,
Thank you,
right.
Soph.
West
But every time, as you know,
West
Good
Soph,
effort. Good effort.
every time I come onto your platform, I always say this. The information is out there for those who wish to discover it. This
yeah.
fine gentleman, Yorgo, Cyprus Migration, he introduced himself as Yorgo last time, okay? He thinks he knows a lot. He thinks he knows a
So
lot, but
the
you know
West,
nothing.
the
You
West,
know
the
nothing.
West. Okay,
You know
I am asking
nothing.
you. Please educate me.
Educate
The
us about the
West.
global South. Educate
Okay,
us
so
about the global South.
okay.
Yeah, but does he
So
even know what that means?
the
Well, he
West,
should do, because
the
he's the
West.
one throwing
Okay,
around words like
that's
civilized and democracy. So he should do. He should know.
so
Listen, we
the
had
West
baths before
civilized
fucking
man.
Europe did. Europe
Thank
used to
you.
put perfume
Thank
around
you.
them so they wouldn't
Exactly. That's
stink.
right. That's right. They had their local village healers bleeding them with leeches. Meanwhile, the Ottomans had physicians carrying out surgeries in hospitals that looked like palaces. What do you have to say about that, Cyprus Migration?
Yeah,
What I
Yorgo.
have to say about
What do you got to
that
say about that, Yorgo? Huh?
is that
Yorgo,
you are only yes.
mathematics was done by the Arabs.
I'm not saying.
Ne-
I mean, the thing is that obviously some people can now jump on and talk about the Ottoman Empire and be a bit negative. Okay, there's a lot of controversy surrounding the Ottoman Empire, but there were some aspects of the empire that were praiseworthy. And you can't
Look,
deny that. You cannot deny
look,
that.
if
Lord Gomor.
okay, can I answer then? Let me answer. Okay,
The
you.
Cyprians aren't even
So
Can you
Greeks,
do it
they're
in a
Venetians.
British accent,
They're not even
please?
Greeks. The Cyprians aren't even Greeks, they're Venetians.
Please do it in
okay,
a
we
British
are.
accent, though. Your proper accent.
Cypriots are the most.
What British accent? What
I
British
think
accent? Are you guys
heritage.
pulling my leg?
No,
Seriously,
no,
are you
no,
guys
no,
pulling
no,
my
I'm
leg?
not. Stop,
No,
please.
what? Who, are you actually being serious? Is this man actually putting
Stop.
on a fake accent or something?
Yeah, yeah. We
He
don't know,
is.
but he
Is
does
he
do a
really?
he done a British accent. I don't know what it was, maybe a couple of months ago, and it was very. I think it was very good, or I was
Listen,
convinced.
Undercover. It's undercover.
All he does is just
Anyway,
insult people,
who is? I
stereotypes
was asking.
people, insults
Okay.
people.
So, can I speak or you gonna continue?
Yeah, go on,
Okay.
speak, go on.
So if you
Repeat
ask,
to us, play back what people have spoken into you, Hadden.
okay,
Go on.
okay.
I'm all ears.
If you
I'm all ears.
ask,
Go on.
yes, if you ask the Chinese, if you ask like the Egyptians these questions, who invented what? No one will reply Turkish literatures and Turkish scientists. So
We
the whole
invented
world
Mustafa
has a
The
Kemal
different.
Ottomans were studying
Kemal.
astronomy.
Georgia
The
Kemal.
Ottomans
Okay.
were the Muslims that you really dislike. They were translating ancient Greek texts that you had forgotten about. What do you have to say about
Yes,
that?
this is your. I don't know where you got this from, but if the whole world has a different approach to this, so
Who's the whole world?
okay, you can be.
who's the whole world?
Who's the whole world? Tell us. Who's the whole world? Migration and Co. Yorgot and Co.
Well, should I start like mentioning major civilizations? Like what are you asking me?
Like who? Go
Hey,
on.
George, can I ask you a
Name them.
question, George? George, you know how you're against the Muslims, this, that. How come there's no mosques in Greece?
There is.
Not even one.
So
There is.
That is. What, just one?
no, maybe one. What's the problem? It's a
There's maybe
Christian
one.
country. What are you?
Hey,
Yes,
how
so
come in Turkey we've got churches everywhere? And
well,
and nothing gets said by
where
the
do you
public,
have?
nothing. What?
So
How
Hagia Sophia is a church. You have the priest
Not a church,
inside,
it's a
and
mosque. It's a mosque.
And I think
you
that
are
might be
sure?
a supply and demand issue there, my friend. To be honest with you.
But you were happy, though. You were happy for the Turks to take over Constantinople, weren't you? Because at the time, Christians were persecuting Christians, surrounding different schools of thought around the Bible, right? Because of different schools of thought around the Bible. Is that not
Who
correct?
taught you this? This is in the Islamic school. Who taught
No,
you
no,
this?
no.
I didn't go
This is
to no Islamic
documented.
school, darling. I'm a secularist.
Maybe secularism is a different thing for you. I mean, okay, whatever.
There you go with your little stereotyping again. Automatically assuming when you know absolutely
Migration, why are
nothing
you so
about me.
quiet tonight? I mean, what's happened?
Cat got his tongue. That's what happened.
No, is that I am trying to convince myself I'm listening to these things that I am listening. So it's a bit ridiculous for me to drop the level of the conversation that low to respond. I cannot respond to these stupid things all the time. So I just let it go and
Really?
There's the
whatever.
migration we know. Come
Really?
on. There's the migration
Anyway,
we know.
Be
Everybody's
objective. Be
stupid.
objective. What have I said that is incorrect? Because the
anyway,
information is there. It's all documented.
okay,
I didn't
okay.
write history. I didn't write history.
Lo so, Leo.
I did not write
So
history.
hail to the Turks. Hail to the Turks. We love you. It's okay. Relax.
Yeah, but you
So
don't love us, though, do you? Let's be honest about it. You don't love us.
I'm not bothered. I'm not. No, actually, I feel a little bit sad. You are having yourselves to endure what Turkey is doing to you for all
but
these
it's always
years.
Turkey. Always Turkey. It's
He's
never.
obsessed. He's obsessed because he's been conditioned.
Who?
This is what I'm
Yes,
saying.
who is
Someone's
occupying?
spoken
They
into
are.
him. People have spoken
They
into
are
him.
occupying
Possibly when,
you in the
as he was
north.
growing up, because this is.
Turkey is occupying you in the north, not us. We are free in the south. It's occupying you.
So
Their
why do you
goal
keep on saying
was to take
occupying?
advantage of you. They are occupying you, right? You are isolated and embargoed. If Turkey goes away, you're
And
going
who
to be
did that?
free.
Who did that?
You did it to you. Denktash called your friends to come. The constitution you agreed in 1960 didn't say these things inside. So you violated it. So deal
So
with it.
the
We cannot
guarantors
help
of
you.
the island
Yes.
didn't
Yes.
have a right to come in once there was unrest on the island. Is that what you're saying? We should have all just
They
laid down and died.
They had the right to intervene in order for the constitution to be restored, not to make
Yeah, but who
Taksim.
are we going to restore it to?
Also, there was specific articles that forbidden Taksim and Enosis. Clearly, they say
Well,
Enosis and Taksim
we
is
haven't
forbidden.
got Taksim. We haven't got
You
Taksim. We have
you
our
are
own
trying to.
parliament. We have our own police force. We have our own municipalities. So how's that?
Yes, you already did Taksim in 1974. That was the plan. Taksim means division. What does Taksim mean?
No, it means saving the Turkish people from being butchered.
See, so
That's
this
what
is
that
what I'm
means.
trying to say. You violated the United Nations recognized constitution, and now you're coming at us that we should recognize you.
You violated the constitution.
No, Greece junta, a dictatorship government, did it. But Greece junta dictatorship government
And who was in
collapsed.
charge of the island at the time?
Yes, the
Who
junta
was it?
collapsed
Who was
as
the
soon as.
president? Who was the president at the time?
Yes, Makarios, and Makarios was calling
I
Greece.
rest my case. Thank you.
Yes, Makarios was calling for Greece that they invaded Cyprus from the United Nations stance.
Sorry, guys. Before we
You
carry
saw
on,
the videos.
Kajan, are you there? S. Kajan and James. You guys have been quiet. I don't know if you want to come in and say anything or.
Doesn't look like it.
I mean, your
Anyway.
mic's off, Kajan. I don't know if you're there.
So,
I think they fell asleep.
they are asking me if Republic of Cyprus is a secular country. It's a European secular country. Yes, it is. Who is saying?
Yeah, but why did you have a priest running the country? The priest should have been at church doing weddings and baptizing people.
Why was a geographically Asian country allowed into the EU? That's my question. A geographically problematic Asian country, why was that allowed into the EU?
Well, to be honest,
It
they
wasn't
shouldn't
the
even be in
problem.
there.
You're more
So it
closer to Middle Eastern countries than you are to Europe.
How come?
Have you looked
said
at the
the
map?
borders.
Have you looked at the
You
map?
said the.
Have you looked
You
at the
said the
map?
borders.
Have you looked at the map? You hate Turkey, but
Is-
Turkey's directly on top of you.
Turkey is European. Right?
Ah,
Turkey is European.
well, that's the first time I've ever heard you say that. It's
Yes,
always
that's what I'm saying.
Mongolian.
But even that's a contradiction. Even I mean, yeah, he likes to throw that around. For someone who is fixated with Turks, you know very little about their history, Yorgo. You
Where
really
is the
do.
Mediterranean?
They were
The
actually
Mediterranean.
chased out by the Mongolians because
So-
they weren't Mongolians.
The
The Mongolians
Mediterranean.
were their
Where
arch
is it?
enemies.
Is it the sea in the Asia? Mediterranean is an Asia Sea. The Mediterranean Sea. Where is it? We are inside the Mediterranean Sea as Cyprus, as an island. Is the
Who's your
Mediterranean
neighbours?
considered?
Who's your neighbours? Where's Lebanon?
Yes,
Where's
exactly.
Syria? Where's
Next door,
Israel,
yes.
Palestine? Where are they? Who are they closer to geographically? Tell me.
Yes, but there is sea between
I
us.
mean,
We are
if
in
you're
the
going to take
Mediterranean Sea.
Cyprus into the EU, you might as well take in Lebanon. Seriously, you
Lebanon
might as well.
is
might as
not
well.
an island in the
You might as
Mediterranean.
well. You might as well.
It
You might as
has
well.
borders.
You might as well.
So
The
in
only
your
reason,
logic,
the only reason
you know
it
the
was
Helsinki
the only
talks,
reason, the only
1991
reason
Helsinki
it
talks.
was
They
allowed
ruled out
into
the
the
Cyprus.
EU, it was another move to isolate the Turkish Cypriot population even further. And
No,
congratulations, you were successful.
maybe they wanted
Mission
to teach you
accomplished.
one lesson. They
Mission
wanted to teach you
accomplished.
civilization, maybe.
Good night, all.
They
Please,
wanted to get you
please,
Good
civilized,
night.
maybe.
See you, mate.
please, please.
Please, please.
Guys, I think we do need to end it here. It is past our bedtime.
There
Thank
is
you. Good
okay.
night.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you,
Bye bye.
guys. Appreciate it.
Bye bye.
Bye, mate.
Thank you very much, guys. I'll catch you
Cheers.
later.
Good night.